We're at the Oklahomans Video Studio with Gina Vallion and Cathy Blair from Trochtas Flowers and Greenhouses. Welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you all, the rain is coming down and the flowers are growing. So is it helping or hurting?
Oh, Miss Wallace, it is such a beautiful time outside right now. We are just steaming out there. The flowers are growing. I think there's lots of things that are stressed out right now because of all the rain. And this is a great time to make sure that your sprinklers are turned off because lots of sprinklers are still running while it's raining. And making sure that your pots are draining because lots of pots are filling up with water and flowers are dying because they're drowning. They don't have a little life vest on, so they're kind of drowning out there. And
well, are there flowers that like this weather?
Oh, the impatiens and the begonias. This is going to be like the best year for those, and they're like knee high right now. And around the 4th of July, if you've got a lot of those planted in your yard, you need to trim them back so they'll be pretty in the fall for you. But the begonias and the impatiens love it. The hibiscus don't like it so much because it hasn't gotten hot like they like it.
Well, it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming, that's for sure.
So do we need to be watching for mildew or mold or any of that in the flowers?
Yep, a lot of mildew's kind of happening on the geraniums. There's a little bit of powdery mildew. There's stuff that's happening that if you've got any yellow leaves or blooms that are, you know, not looking real good or spots in your leaves, you need to take those off your plants and maybe pull back the mulch if you've got a lot of mulch around in your yard because they need to kind of dry out.
We always enjoy our flowers that Cathy arranges for us, and I don't know how you think up something every single time. How do you do it?
I don't know. It just kind of comes to me. I try to do something different each time, and then I think what I did last time, and I forget what I did last time.
Well,
we have abundance.
We had great sunflowers.
Yeah, when we
fabulous.
have just kind of certain times of year, more flowers are more popular, and I try to do those. And during the beginning of bedding plant season, I try to make little mixed garden baskets.
Well, I think our viewers love seeing what can be created from Trochtas. I really do.
Well, it's wedding season too because there's lots of weddings going on.
So we
So this is a spin of this weekend's. What
the
weddings are going to be like this weekend.
Cathy mentioned shabby chic, and that's out. We think.
I think that's out for weddings. You know, the mason jars with the baby's breath and hydrangea and just the.
So what are the new trends?
I think more of the cool colors, more traditional. For the summer, more cool, maybe monochromatic, and I think for the wintertime, more the wine, aubergine would be more of the colors for the winter.
Yeah, she's hit it.
And
more lush, more of the French style, more minimal but yet lush, showy. More is better.
My geraniums and begonias from Trochtas are blooming like crazy.
Yes.
So do you use special plant food for them? Should I be fertilizing them?
Should be fertilizing them. You need to be, lots of things need their food right now because all the soil and stuff has been leached out of the soil because of the rain. So to get anything with the middle number that's higher, well, that's for your blooms. So you need to be feeding.
Okay, so we can get that at the garden center.
You can get that at the garden center.
Okay.
We have something that's liquid or a granular that you can put down on the top of the soil. So.
Okay, and so, I do have a garden question. I used to grow gardenias all the time, and I used to get those great big the big ones.
Yep.
You all had them.
We have them.
You have them now?
Yep, we have them now.
And so what do you feed them?
It's the same thing. There's a special food and we've got that there at Trochtas too. So.
But you don't feed your gardenias when they're in bloom.
You feed them when they're
not blooming.
Oh, is that right?
That's
See, I never fed them. I just kind of kept them out in the sun. They liked where they were and didn't water too much.
Nope.
Yeah.
Garden center's pretty.
We have a lot of things there. And
we've expanded our garden center to include a lot of different plant foods for trees and
shrubs and bedding plants, and just the greenhouse is just packed. So
the greenhouse looks great,
and
with the geranium and baskets and
yeah. It's not your typical store. It's not a box store. So if you haven't visited Trochtas, you need to come by and see what we've got, because it's really a neat place to visit.
What are your hours, you all, and your location? That's, I think we do.
8 to 4, or 8 to 4 on Saturdays, 8 to 5, or whenever on Monday through Friday. And we're at 6700 North Broadway Extension, 63rd and Broadway Extension.
Just a little north of 63rd.
Trochtas has the most beautiful and healthy flowers. We are so grateful to have you all in Oklahoma City, and are so thankful that you create these lovely and creative centerpieces for Parties Extra. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.